now we go to the new survey done by I-24 News in conjunction with Direct Poll of Anglo-Israelis. Now, the subject today is Israel's conflict with Iran. We asked, who is winning the shadow war taking place in recent months between Israel and Iran? Well, 69% of English-speaking respondents said that Israel is winning versus just 1% who said Iran. Not surprising there. 20% said that neither side can defeat the other, and 10% said they don't know. Well, joining us for more on this is Matan Dansker. He is the international director of Direct Polls. And Matan, I guess on this, at least on this question, there's no doubt about it. At least English-speaking Israelis do feel confident in this government that Israel is handling the Iran issue, this conflict with Iran, in the right manner.
Well, good evening, Calev. And for the record, I heard what you said about the Jerusalem nightlife, and you can let the Tel Avivians know that equipped with King David, we're going to be fighting back the beachfront. So I heard that before.
Okay.
Look. We used to put our hopes and prayers in guns and tanks, and it seems that the Israeli public and American immigrants, people who made Aliyah to Israel, are now putting their hopes and prayers on Israeli technology. This is overwhelmingly confidence that people are having in this complicated campaign that is not only a shadow war that's taking place underground with cyber, it's also a battle against Shia militias on the northern border. This is overwhelmingly confident. The only question is this real security, or is it a sense of security, given the fact that we don't know much about the secret war?
Right, and certainly, you know, we have to perhaps broaden that out a bit, because there are parts of this conflict we don't necessarily see directly connected with Iran, such as the conflict with Hamas in the south. And I would wonder if you would include, say, for example, the Gaza Strip as part of that, if there would be such confidence among Israelis, including English-speaking Israelis.
Well, the answer is absolutely not. I mean, since the Six-Day War, every single conflict, that could be Gaza, that could be Lebanon, has always had civil demonstrations and opposition to it. Here, not only in this poll, but in polls that are done in the general public, we see an overwhelmingly consensus to this battle. The reason is because there are so many secret elements to it. That's not the case with Hamas or with Hezbollah or with any other Iranian proxy, so you can see a big difference.
Right. Now, we talked about the shadow war. Part of that, a big part of is the so-called cyber war. We did see just in the recent weeks a cyber attack on Israel's water system that was alleged to Iran. And as you suggested, it just seems to be confidence in Israel's technological prowess, its abilities as a cyber nation to defend itself against this kind of assault, be it from Iran or from any of the other actors that are aligned against Israel.
Absolutely. Look, technology in Israel has not only boosted our economy, but it is an essential element of our security. It's the way we're viewed in the world. It's the way the Israeli public has security in its defense systems, not only through tanks, now through technology, which at this point is the #1 important element when it comes to the conflict with Iran, and that is overwhelmingly presented in the data that we showed you tonight.
Right. Well, that is probably a sort of a vote of confidence, it must probably be said, in the government, which has made the conflict with Iran, has kept it really in sort of the center of the Israeli consciousness, constantly reminding the public that really, while we're focused sometimes on these smaller conflicts, be with Gaza, Hamas in Gaza, with Hezbollah in Lebanon, it is really Iran that stands behind them. Well, the next